What is up, Sooner? I'm laughing at the comments already in the comment section here. Thanks for being on. Sooner Surge, double trouble. Jay's already asking how long till the Porter Moser rant. I can go right now. I'm ready for it. Thanks for being on here tonight. It's a Saturday night. The Sooners laid an absolute egg at UCF today. It was an embarrassment. 16-29 in the Big 12 right now under Porter Moser. And you already know my thoughts on this. And I got to pick out what Sooner fans saying here. We won't spend all night on this, but I don't think Porter Moser can coach athletes. How about that?
What can he coach, Jeremy? Because I let's just hear your rant.
He continues to trot Sam Godwin out there. He played the most of anyone.
And okay, Jeremy, but is Sam Godwin the reason they lost the game today?
He's part of it. Porter Moser's why they lost the game.
In what way?
Every way.
Here's the facts about Sam Godwin. When he goes up against big, long, athletic guys, he struggles. That's never going to change, is it? I don't think it is. And Javian McCollum today, nothing. Okay?
He's handcuffed.
What?
They're handcuffed.
Jeremy, they're not. It's not. You can't say every time a guy plays bad, it's because of Porter Moser. Yes, Porter Moser.
I'm not saying every time. Today it was abysmal.
Hey, here's what I think has happened. And I think it's happened the first 3 years under Moser. I think this team this year, people, us included, got a little bit high on them for their non-conference games. And then when they get it, this happens every year. They get into the Big 12 play, and it's not good. And maybe they just weren't as good as we thought they were too. Could that be true?
What happens every year under Porter Moser is they digress. That's what happens. Thanks, Tanya. Tanya never digresses. Tanya's a primetime player every single night on the Sooner Surge. Thanks so much for the super, Tanya.
Thanks,
Good
Tanya.
evening. I'm just ranting about OU basketball right now.
Hey,
unbelievable. The women got a great win tonight against OSU.
The women's team just keeps winning. That's all you can say. And here's the fact of the matter. OU sits at 4-5 in the Big 12.
Pitiful.
If you don't come home this week and go 2-0, you're in major trouble. If you can't beat, you got to beat BYU and Oklahoma State at home this week. I don't care what it takes. You have to win. If you lose any of those two games, because two of your other home games are Kansas and Houston. Okay? Those are probably not going to be wins. Let's face facts. Now, I'm not saying it happened, but
Jay, I could go an hour on the disappointment of OU basketball. I easily could spend an hour.
What's the most disappointing thing about the basketball?
Everything, Jay.
Is it the inconsistency? To me, it's just so inconsistent.
Well, that's a big deal. But I can't watch this team go 4 to 6 minutes every single game and can't get a bucket in with the athletes they have. I'm tired of the high ball screens. I'm tired of all kinds of things that they're doing on the offensive end. It's awful.
Wow, Iowa State
awful
at Baylor. At Baylor. Wow.
It's awful.
Yeah, hit the like for
sure.
The
fact of the matter is 3 of 4 of their losses in the Big 12 by 15 or more.
Yeah, I mean, when they've lost,
they're not even in the games.
Yeah, you can't argue that.
Jason
Uzan was not good today. He had a bad game.
Otega-Oweh has digressed.
Well, since the Big 12 season started, yes.
It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. The fact that Sam Godwin, I mean, I like his story. If he's going to play 30 minutes a game, that's a coaching issue.
What about Caden Cooper? Highly, highly recruited guy, top 100 kid.
He got in at the end. He scored a bucket. I'd play the guy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's time.
You can't redshirt him.
They put Northweather in today, and he didn't play enough to really
he was lost
get into the game. But when he was in, he made a couple struggles. But I don't know. It's
bad, Jay. I hope they can get 2.
lose 8.
And I agree, Kalen. He had 7 boards last time, and he got some offensive boards today, but he's a liability in a lot of areas.
Here's where it really hurts is when they run that high ball ups to the free throw line. When he catches it, they sag off it. I mean, there's not a whole lot he can do right there from it.
I know. It was just bad. You got to get 2 wins at home this week. The women win Bedlam. Jenny Baranchek has it going all in the right direction. 91 sitting atop the Big 12J. Who's the elite 5-star?
Let's switch gears a little bit. Jonah Williams, 5-star linebacker, safety, cheetah, whatever you want to call him, got crystal ball today from a Texas insider. So 70% forecast too. That's a pretty good percentage. So things are trending, obviously. That doesn't mean he's going to commit to Oklahoma by any means. But if you could land Jonah Williams, we've talked about him before, 2-star prospect, baseball and football, unreal athlete, would be really, really good. Purple's just here for the football and softball. LL.
Hey, by the way, we have about 8 to 12 softball videos that are going to be going out. We put one out earlier today about the Jocelyn Allo Award for home runs. We have Alyssa Brito winning that award, but we're going to have several throughout the next 5-6 days. So you're going to definitely want to follow our channel for softball.
Yeah, and Monty Ward has been a minute since they had a strong big man. You know who they need? They need an Aaron McGee.
I loved Ace McGee. Who's
the
last big guy?
You could catch the ball at the free throw line or 3-point line, and you could do something with it. Aaron McGee was unreal.
Jabari Brown.
Yeah, but Jabari Brown was more of just a
Kevin Bookout was one.
Bookout was a stud.
Victor Avila was one.
Spangler.
How many high ball screens did those teams run, Jay?
Hey, I don't want to. I'm not.
How many high ball screens did those teams run?
Jeremy, I know you coach.
NBA is run basketball.
Jeremy, how old is your son that you're coaching right now in basketball?
My 9-year-old?
Yeah.
9-year-old, Jay. I just said 9.
Okay, 9-year-old. Okay, I know there's no high ball screens in that league, but go watch college basketball today. Most teams are running that same stuff. So I'm tired of hearing you talk about that.
Mark, a lot of people are going to ask questions on these. There's a reason. We're choosing 3 nominees for each one. Jennings, Brito, and Hanson are home run leaders. You had to go those 3. Now, there's a lot of ladies that are going to hit 15 bombs probably. That's the explanation we can give.
Hey, I want to talk a little bit more about Jonah Williams. And before we do, you see the logo down there on the bottom there, the Fan Stop. Guys, make sure go onto the fanstop.com, subscribe to their Shirt of the Month Club, Oklahoma shirts. Every single month you'll get one. Use code SURGE, 10% off your first 3 months. Please go and do that. It's awesome. It's a great thing. So there you see it. Check it out. Jonah Williams, Jeremy, to me, when you're talking about the 2025 class, he would be kind of, in my opinion, like a headliner like you had with David Stone in the 24 class. He's kind of that guy to me on defense. I know he's not a defensive lineman, but I'm saying he's that highly touted and he's that good of a player that if you could get him committed, all it does is say, come on with me, come play with me. I think it would be that good for Oklahoma, and it would be huge. Now, I'm not saying this would happen because I don't expect it. But if he were to commit real early, man, that could do wonders for the class, I think.
You think he will?
I don't know. It's rare to me that guys this highly touted commit super early, so we'll see.
I'm surprised he was crystal ball this early, honestly.
He's from Galveston. He's from Texas, and that's another thing is that Texas Insider, I mean, for them to put it out was pretty surprising to me so early, but 2025 we make playoffs, Damon said. So you don't think this year we make playoffs, Damon?
I think though he's got an outside chance this year if they go 9. If they go 9-3, I think they're in. But
hey, and let me talk about something. And this will be if this did happen and Jonah Williams did commit to Oklahoma and go to OU. That would be 3 in the last 2 years that are going to play baseball and football.
Skip Johnson.
Well, let me ask you though something. Do you like playing both sports in college? Do you like it when guys do that, or do you think it hinders one of the sports? Because Kyler Murray played both, but he only played 1 year in football.
I don't know that. I'm just going to say I don't think you can go all in on both. very well.
I don't know how you can be all in on both. I think one sport's gonna probably get a little bit left behind. That's just I don't know how you would do it. Hunter, listen, I know he was great in both, but he also missed some time, did he not, in baseball because of football? There's things you miss out on, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Kyler was really good in both, but what's Topher saying?
Yeah, Topher, are you saying they were there last weekend on Junior Day or this weekend right now? Because this weekend I guess Lincoln Cure's there. So I know that's a big time prospect, tight end wise, 6'6", 220. Yeah, Kyler did prove otherwise, Gray God. But
Brandon Jones did both, but I don't know.
This weekend, which sports is using their scholarship on those players? Ooh, now that's a great question.
That is a really good question.
Man, that is an unbelievable question, Mark.
Topher doesn't.
I don't know if I know the answer to that.
Topher doesn't think it's Lincoln Cure.
As far as a commit?
Yeah. Now,
Lincoln
Cure was supposedly going to be on campus, though.
Wait, is he saying there was a commit this weekend, like a silent? Is that?
I don't know what Topher was saying necessarily. Hunter says not such thing as a baseball scholarship.
What do you mean by that, Hunter? Jackson says, watch Elijah Barnes, a DFW linebacker. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, Hunter, what do you mean there's no such thing as it? Very minor for baseball. Most times it's only a partial, not full. Okay. Interesting. Did not know that, Hunter. I did not know that at all. I mean, and Jackson, that's interesting, Matt. Elijah Barnes, I mean, another Texas guy straight out of the DFW. Hey, next year, the 25 class, how many linebackers do you think they're going to take? Because 24 they didn't really take because
you got to get a couple. And Topher.
Yeah, Topher. I feel like there were a couple from Junior Day as well, Topher.
Last weekend.
Yeah, hey, and this weekend too. I mean, who knows on who it was last weekend? I think they got a couple probably silent, but
Jackson and Greg God think too. Greg God. Going back to you earlier, yeah, Romero Osby, number 24, he was great.
I got a question.
Yeah,
and this may be a stupid question, and everybody in the chat can laugh at me if they think it's stupid, but I've just always wondered this. From the recruiting world, why silent? Why not just commit? Why do players silent commit?
I hate the world of recruiting a lot because
but I'm asking, is it because so they can silent commit but take other I mean, I'm just
no, because BV doesn't like that.
No, but I know, but I'm just asking, like in general, a silent commit is and Hunter says way too much stock into it because because I can tell a coach there on campus I'm going to commit, so I don't have to say no, and then when I leave, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm asking.
So they can make a video, so they can change their mind. All those things are probably look. I have an answer. There's no telling. There's no telling. Someone earlier asked a question I really want to get to, and PWO, Evan McClure. Look, we're gonna have him on. We'll have him on and talk to him. I think that Evan McClure he knows how to win. He was on a team that he probably didn't lose a game in 4 years. I'm sorry, one game maybe in 4 years. So knows how to win. I think and Jackson knows a lot about Evan. Okay?
Jackson covered him, yeah.
Jackson covered him in high school. Super underrated. Comes from a blue-collar Bigsby program. Someone that has all the right work habits, has a chance to earn a scholarship in the future. That's probably the best thing you can say about him. Yeah, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, and Mark says maybe if they voice it out loud, other recruits might not pick Oklahoma. I don't know. I think
there's got to be some of that at this point. Look, I'm going to commit so no one else will.
Well, I think he's saying I'm going to silent commit to you, but I'm not going to voice it because other people might not. I don't know. We were talking about Lincoln Cure. We did a members only video on that. And if you're a member, you got it. If you're not, you need to sign up for it. But we did a video on Lincoln Cure. And Jeremy, to me, him and Nate Roberts is very interesting. 2 tight ends. that are both highly touted. To me, you're getting one of them. So is it a battle of who commits first in that scenario?
Again, we said this last night. I think it is. That's my opinion. I think it is. Topher's saying to watch Keaton Jones, O-lineman from Coffeyville, Kansas. Someone to watch. Not really ranked high by a lot of the sites, but really good taste.
Hey, Topher, and that's a good point because also OU right now they're trying to really go after Kansas. I mean, Venables, he lived there, kind of raised there. I think he's had very good success there in his first few years. Guys like Kanik and Michael Boganowski, I think they're going to continue to try and really dominate the Kansas area. I do. And so that is a good name to put out there, Topher.
Yeah, and I'll definitely check more of that out. Size-wise,
thanks, Topher. Appreciate that.
Yeah. And, Jay, you mentioned the members video earlier. Look, we're trying to ramp up some stuff for the members because they deserve perks. One of the perks is the Discord chat that you have to take advantage of. So get on the board, the Sooner Surge Unlimited, so we can have more people chatting up. There's a lot of people who just aren't very active on those, but you might as well get active. I know you won't in football season, but it's fun year round.
And we kind of talked about this a little bit last night. I think, hey, Jackson, I see what you're saying, Jackson.
Well, they need to be. They're not both.
I'm going to say this. I would be absolutely shocked. I would say very slim chance you land both guys. You're getting one maybe. I mean,
some of the stuff that Lincoln Cure presents with his athletic ability is pretty insane.
I really like what I've seen on Lincoln Cure. I mean, and he went from 200 to 215 pounds in a 6-month span. I mean, he's 6'6", 220 now. I mean, wow, he's going to be unbelievable.
Would Booty still be there?
Where?
Have those two guys lined up next to each other. That'd be an interesting name. Hey,
Booty Cure?
Jay, you still a Golden Domer for tonight?
I'm not going to talk about Notre Dame tonight. The bomb says, I'll take Lincoln Cure. I would too right now. But I know
he ran the 300-meter hurdles. He's 6'6", 220. It's insane. 300-meter hurdles in 39 seconds. And that's unbelievable.
Topher's right, especially I think K-State. I mean, that's where he's kind of been heavy lean for a while. I mean, it will be a tough task. I do think OU's in the hunt, but it will be tough. I mean,
let me ask you this, Jay.
Yeah.
Has the fact that OU hasn't – what's up, Robbie Martin? Has the fact that OU hasn't used a tight end in 2 years hurting them at all?
Well, here's what I'll say. You got Devon Mitchell this last class, so that's great news. I think this year you got to use the tight end. And I would expect both of these guys to probably wait to see what OU does offensively before they commit. I really would. I just don't think there's any probably rush for them to do it. Now, I did read, I don't know where, I heard something that Lincoln Cure, and I don't know about Nate Roberts, but I don't think Lincoln Cure, I mean, he's from a small town in Kansas. I don't think he's much into the whole recruiting stuff probably, but I think these two guys will probably see kind of what OU's about, right? I would if I were them. I mean, you don't want to go as a tight end. I mean, even Lincoln Cure said on Twitter, I don't want to go to a place and have to transfer in a few years. So they're going to make sure it's where they want to be. And tight end wise, you got to be used. If you want to go to the NFL, you have to be used as a tight. You have to be used in college, period. And
Jay,
yeah,
rarely. And I'm going to say this. I guarantee with Stogner there, the tight end was not the number one read. However, in the NFL, in college, when you have mismatches like maybe one of these guys and there's a mismatch, it can be the number one read. And I think that's what needs to happen. You can set up matchup nightmares all day long with big tight ends. I think OU's got to do that in the future. I know they didn't with Stogner. With Gresham, it was a constant matchup nightmare for the opposing team. They've got to get there and do that. Tight ends can win titles.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. And Mark, they both use them well. Other team is Iowa. Iowa does it too. Iowa uses them a lot.
Hey, Chad, first, massive
Georgia.
thanks again for the $10 super. Appreciate you so much. Nate
Appreciate it,
Roberts
Cash.
did not commit to OU. His brother, Jake Roberts, who played under Seth Luttrell
And tight end.
and played at Baylor, is now at OU. Now, here's the deal. Jake Roberts is going to be there all year this year playing. I think he's going to see the field some, especially in a two tight end set. That means his brother Nate is going to be in attendance at a lot of games. He's going to have so many unofficials there where he's in attendance at the games. You would hope you could land him. He's just outside of Norman at Washington High School where he played. But his brother's on the team currently. He's the transfer from Baylor. Thanks for the super, Chad.
Yeah, and I saw a question earlier. I can't find it. I think it's from Kyla about a guy from DeSoto, offensive lineman. Not sure on that one. Maybe Hunter could drop that in if he knows.
I'm thinking of shaving the beard tonight.
You should totally shave it off. I'm tired of looking at Ryan Day.
Let me hear from the beard. Should I shave the beard tonight? Not
go
tomorrow.
Go clean like me for tomorrow's show.
I don't know if I can.
Go clean like me, man. Cure's a top 40 player nationally, will be a 5-star. I agree, Bobby. He will be a 5-star. I agree with that 100%. Bobby thinks Cure's the better prospect.
Look, they're both really, really good. Grow it out. I'm going to grow it out. I can't shave this. I got beard oil now. I'm legit. I got beard oil, cream, dude.
Hey, what about this? What if you made a bet and you shave it live on the show of something? Right now, Porter Moser, do they make the NCAA tournament? If they make the NCAA tournament, will you shave it?
No. If they make the Sweet 16, I'll shave it.
All right.
Just saying. No, I won't grow it that long. Hey, but Baker might be getting upwards $60 million per year, and here's what I'd have to say: good for him.
Yeah, he's got to get paid, man.
Good for him. About time.
We could bet the odor. How about this? Well, that's too far down the road. That's too far down.
If they have 2 losses and make the playoff, I'll give you kudos, Jay.
Hey, we could switch and they would never know. I can't grow a beard that fast. Why did Stone drop so far on 3? They have
it's baffling to me.
They have it out for Stone.
It is baffling, Jay.
Yeah, I don't know what they base that off of.
Richard Ringer this week heading to Puerto Vallarta.
Yep.
Richard will be there live and in person.
That's right. Got that Sooner Surge shirt on for support. Going to be sporting those OU women's softball going for 4 in a row, baby.
Another shirt that you need to all get on is the fanstop.com. 10% off. Use code SURGE. Those shirts are legit. There's over 50 schools you can sign up for. Of course, most of you are going to sign up for the OU shirt for sure. You get a welcome shirt after you sign up, and then each month a new shirt. It's well worth it. Code SURGE. Hop on board. Go Baker. Proving all the idiots wrong. Proving all the idiots wrong.
Hey, let me say a hot take right now.
Let's hear it. Hot take time.
Hot take. Spencer Rattler, you saw he won the MVP of the Senior Bowl. Listen.
I did.
Spencer Rattler will be a better NFL quarterback than Caleb Williams. He will have a better career than Caleb Williams.
I'm going to agree with you, Jay.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
We just agreed.
I just think he will.
First round, Jay?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he'll be drafted that high, but like Hunter says, he'll be a steal. He hasn't really been coached that well in college, okay? And he has got a great arm, a very live arm, and he's a great pocket passer. He's great on the run. I think he's more of he'll play in the system. I think Caleb kind of wants to do things on his own maybe. I just see it more for pros. I think he will have an outstanding career. I really do.
Caleb Williams is a head case wherever he goes. That's the other thing.
What do you think this Cliff Kingsbury thing has to do with Caleb Williams? I 100,000% think it does.
100,000, I agree. Yeah. It is.
If anybody know, he took basically the job at the Raiders for the OC, then backed out because there's no issue with what, Hunter? Yeah.
We didn't say there's an issue.
I didn't say there's an issue. I'm saying I think there's something to it that he wants to go to Washington because they're going to draft Caleb. and he just coached him in college. That's
what
all
absolute did I say? I think. How about that?
And Gray God, you're right on that. The O-line was awful. Awful. And a lot of this, guys, a lot of it does depend on what team you go to. But, I mean.
Well, no doubt, Mark. Everyone's going to take Rattler over DG unless you're Hunter. What's the new pitching rule, Jay? 29 seconds. Batter has to have both feet in the box after 10 seconds or it's a strike. Yeah. And look, there's also the toe rule. I mean, there's some changes this year.
There is. I don't think it'll be that much of a difference. I don't think you'll notice it that much, though. I really don't.
I don't think Rattler or Williams will be successful in the NFL, but I hope they prove me wrong. Yeah, I mean, look, I think Spencer Rattler obviously got kind of ripped from OU. I mean, he was undefeated. Caleb Williams goes in against Texas, and the rest, is history. But he had an okay career at South Carolina. It wasn't much, but I do think he's one of those guys who is gonna, if he finds the right team, he's got a lot of the intangibles you need in the NFL.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it depends a lot on who he goes to. I mean, C.W. Long says Spencer Rattler will choke. But, man, if he goes to a pretty good team, I could see him having a great career.
It's so much is dependent on the team you go to.
It is. Look at Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he went and set a few years behind Alex Smith and Chiefs, and look at him now. I mean, and he's got a great coach, great team, great offensive line. Look at Purdy. Purdy, not that great of a quarterback in college. He was good, not great. Lands in the 49er system, and look what happened. So a lot of it does depend on that.
Do you? Someone said
Monty.
OU was winning in spite of Rattler, not because of him. So let me ask you this, Sooner fan: would you take DG over Rattler?
Hey, Monty.
Because I wouldn't.
I think he already said he doesn't want to play for the Bears. So, pretty much.
Yes, he did.
He's going to go to Washington. That's his hometown. That's where he's going to go play.
A lot of people said they'd take DG over Rattler. I for one, wouldn't. But I think what you're saying is you think Jeff Lebby's offense was better, and that's probably truth.
Jeff Lebby's was better than Lincoln Riley's?
Apparently.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
I think it was.
You think Jeff Lebby better offensive mind than Lincoln Riley?
I said Jeff Lebby's offense was better than Lincoln Riley's. Stat-wise, it was, Jay.
Man.
With an average quarterback.
I mean, I think Lincoln Riley, when he was a pure offensive coordinator, not a head coach, pure offensive coordinator.
I'm not talking about coordinator. I'm talking about as
you just are. You just said Lebby's offense was better.
Jason, if you take Baker and Kyler out of those teams and put DG on the teams with Lincoln Riley, Lebby's offense would have been better. I think Lincoln as an OC would have cracked.
I think Lincoln as an OC would have tore it up with DG. Okay?
Go look at stats before you say I'm smoking crack, people.
Jeremy, go look at stats with Lebby and take away Arkansas State and Tulsa, please.
Okay.
Go do it right now.
Take Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield away from Lincoln Riley and tell me what they would have done.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, I saw it. Spencer Rattler scored like 10 points a game. 7 against West Virginia. Remember that game? You remember the West Virginia game?
Miller Moss looked pretty good in the ball game for USC.
I'm not talking about USC.
Well, it's same offense.
The year Lincoln Riley was here when Rattler played, OU averaged 10 to 20 points a game. I'm sorry. Not wrong. I'm not wrong. Go look at the stats. West Virginia would be 13-7 in Norman. And
he got benched after that. And you can't count that year anyway. He was a head coach. Dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about when he was OC.
It was the same system, Jay.
It's not the same. Does Brent Venables, is his defense as good when he's a head coach? No.
It's still his defense.
All Levy had to do was call plays. Okay, that's what I'm saying. He's not head coach and calling plays.
Okay, but they're also third ranked in America. So
I know they were good. I'm just saying. You asked me who I would take.
I know. And I think Lincoln Riley's a genius too. But I'm just saying, with what OU did with Dylan Gabriel is pretty impressive.
System quarterback. Dylan Gabriel, system quarterback.
Whose system?
DG is in Levy's system. He's a system quarterback.
So what would he have done with Lincoln Riley?
I think they would have been great together.
Okay.
Listen, when Lincoln Riley had the headset on as OC, not coach, take away the head coach crap. Don't talk about it. When he was an OC, you are right now, Jeremy, I was with you during that season, during those seasons, all of them. And all you said was, greatest offensive mind I've ever seen.
Yeah, people figured him out.
3 years removed from it, you think he sucks.
No, I never said he sucks. I said people figure things out, Jay. Hey, Monty, our favorite toy was not Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but I'll tell you one that was amazing. Remember it, Jay?
Yeah.
What?
You're going to say Super Jock.
Super Jock. We used to hammer the top of that head to kick field goals. We'd make him in the basement about 35 yards. Smash his head.
Yeah, Sooner Cowboy says it's been a long time since OU has had a subpar offense. The defense has been subpar. 100% correct. Defense got to be better if you want to go to that next level. You're right, Sooner Cowboy. Let's go here, trivia. I got trivia. Super Bowl 1 week away, man. 1 week from tomorrow. This might be a tough question. Wow, before we do, thanks, Bradley. Appreciate it.
Hey, Bradley needs to check out the fan stop for Ole Miss stuff.
Correct. Bradley, Ole Miss. I saw they lost in basketball today, too. Auburn, tough team. Hey, trivia for tonight. This could be difficult. We'll see. I just want to know the first Super Bowl. What was the price of the Super Bowl ticket?
I have no idea. Hey, Richard.
That's the question.
Yeah, Richard, yes, 10-inning scrimmage last night. Hey, make sure you're watching this week. We got tons of softball coverage. And, hey,
Tyler got it. Boom,
done,
Tyler.
Done, Jay?
Yeah, Tyler got it. $12.
Alina Torres came on the show last year, so we'll get her on here again this year, talk about this season. But she was a great interview last year. Great to have on the show.
Isn't that crazy? $12 ticket for Super Bowl.
Mr. Irrelevant might win the whole thing.
What would be your highest you would pay to go watch the Super Bowl?
$150. $150.
Okay.
Hey,
I could
Lincoln Riley.
That is something I'd never really want to go see.
Lincoln Riley was a good offensive coordinator. We can't deny him that, but he did not develop Spencer Rattler, who had better arm talent than anybody.
Yeah, I one thing I'll say about Lincoln Riley is I think if you look at it, not one guy that he recruited really won that well for him. I mean, Spencer, no. Caleb Williams, they didn't win anything. They didn't win a bowl game together. Only Bob Stoops coached him to a bowl game win. So,
hey, I don't drop $12 of Red Bull before the show. It's $4. And hey, if you guys just give up one energy drink a month, you can be on Sooner Surge Unlimited. Also, we're looking for sponsors. Anyone have a small business? Well, I'll sponsor it. I'll say something about it every single night. Reach out to us. OUSportsRoundup@gmail.com. We'll talk about it.
What are you wearing?
What?
What are you wearing tonight?
It's a Nike bright yellow shirt. Warning sign. Porter Moser's career at OU may be over. Warning.
You're saying after the year, I'm thinking, right? Because
if he doesn't make the tournament, you can't go on with this.
When I talked to you earlier
Charlie
today,
Brown shirt.
When I talked to you earlier today, you said he better not get on the plane back.
Jay, did you ever like Charlie Brown? I never did.
Looks like he's ready to help some kids.
Charlie Brown's overrated.
What?
Charlie Brown's overrated.
Hunter, I'm not. Jeremy is.
I absolutely am, and I can. Ooh, oh, I'm sorry. They beat K-State. My bad. Jeez.
K-State lost to OSU today.
He's directing the plane out. That's right. Whoever said that, that is spot on. Can't miss me. Snoopy fan, huh? Hey, Hunter, I can say Porter Moser's should be done. I can say what I want. Who would Moser's replacement be?
Let me say something.
There's several guys you could go get.
Let me say something. And a lot of people are talking about OSU and Mike Boynton and OU and Porter Moser. To me, if both those guys were to be gone, I already got two guys that I would hire for both jobs. One,
Doug Gottlieb's going to be the next coach.
Doug Gottlieb would have to be the coach of OSU. Number two, OU, I go get Kellen Sampson. I do what I can to get Kellen Sampson.
I don't know if his son would want to coach against his dad that much, but same
his
conference.
dad's not going to be coaching forever.
They won't be in same conference. That would be a good one. Kellen Sampson.
I think he'd be great. I mean,
bring Hollis Price with you.
But there's no opening right now, Jeremy. So
I know there's not.
And look, this team, OU's team, may go to the NCAA.
They should go to the tournament, Jay.
Well, you got to win about 3 more, 4 more. You got to win 4 more games. You got to get.
And I will say this: should we watch the YouTube short I made last year? Porter Moser magic can happen.
You have to get to 8 wins, 8 and 10. I've seen a couple guys say Patino from New Mexico. I'm going to say something that might ruffle some feathers here, but why would you? Some of these mid-majors, New Mexico, some of these schools, do you really want to come coach at Oklahoma? You're not going to have the support. I mean, look here, you got Jeremy already firing a guy. I mean, you're not going to have the fan support.
Already firing a guy. Change it this year. Let's turn it around. Hey, CS Land. We said Kellen Sampson. Hey, and let me talk about Porter Moser.
Yeah, Kellen, not Kelvin, his son.
Kellen. Hey, Porter Moser has done tons of stuff for the program. He's done a lot. I love his energy. Absolutely love his energy. I'm just a fan and being disappointed. Okay, I'm frustrated. I think this team is better than what they've shown the last 2 weeks. And maybe they find it.
Well, you got to start.
It was Kellen Sampson, 405 boy. Kellen, his son. By the way, Kelvin Sampson's staff right now consists of his son Kellen, Quantus White, and Hollis Price. All 3 of them.
Yeah. I think OU's going to.
They got rolled against Kansas.
I think OU's going to make the NCAA tournament this year, and I think they're going to win 1 game. That's kind of where I see them going.
Then, if they do that, you keep Porter Moser. That's a win.
That's kind of where I think right now. My prediction is OU goes 8 and 10 in the conference. Okay, 8 and 10 in conference. You make it in the NCAA tournament, you get 1 win. I think that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah. Final 4 coaching staff. That's right. It's exactly.
But listen, right. I'll say this too. You are not, and you mentioned Hollis Price and Quantus White. You are not going anywhere this year if Uzan and McCollum don't start playing better together and having consistent games. You're not going to do it. It's a guard. I don't want to say league, but it is a league, college basketball. And
once you get to the tournament, it's guards. And Quantus White was so underrated.
Yeah.
Shot clock running down, he'd pull up in your face. Bottom line is this: OU is not a basketball school, but they're a good enough program that should make the NCAA tournament 3 out of every 4 years.
Perfect
Absolutely.
way to put it. Yeah.
And Sooner fan, if they did that, every Sooner fan would be happy because they don't really care overly about that. They care about football. Let's get back to it. Someone said agree. Yeah, agree, Sooner fan. That's it. And Jay, obviously, we talked about the SEC stuff. I saw something today. It was ranking the SEC quarterbacks. I thought that was an interesting lineup.
Who'd they have number 1?
I didn't click on there and read it. I just saw
you just said you watched something that had the.
I saw a graphic with an article attached, and I haven't read it yet. I thought it was an interesting.
Who would you rank number 1?
I would need some time to think. I would probably go Quinn Ewers number 1.
Over Beck?
Yes. That's who I would go
Where would
one
you have
from.
Arnold?
I would have Arnold top 4. Maybe 3. Maybe sitting in the 3 hole.
3?
Quinn Ewers.
You're thinking 2 of the top SEC quarterbacks are new to the conference this year between OU and Texas quarterbacks?
Quinn Ewers absolutely is. You tell me, Jay, go.
I agree Quinn Ewers. Jackson
outside of Beck, name Jackson Dart going to be top 4, top 5. There's 5 right there. Tell me anyone else. You don't even know any. Exactly.
I'm thinking about it. Okay, I can think about it. Is that okay?
Nussmeier from LSU.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I think Jackson Dart's pretty good.
I said top 5. So is Jackson Arnold.
I mean, it's a lot of unknown. The Tennessee quarterback's really good. Yeah, there it is.
M11.
Yeah, he's really good. But here's the thing: between him and Jackson Arnold, they're both so young. And if you look at what about Milton? What do you think about Milton or Milrow? Sorry,
I think he's average. And Rattler entered the draft. Yes, he'll be in the draft.
So
he can't play in college anymore.
Hey, Arizona quarterback's a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Going to be a sophomore. You got Ewers, Jeremy, that you mentioned. So looking at OU's schedule, you got Ewers and Dart. Other than those 2, the quarterbacks they play against aren't. I mean, you do have the Tennessee quarterback, but a lot of them are very unproven. So that's kind of in your favor a little bit.
So now are you saying I'm not crazy about having Jackson Arnold top 4?
Well, I'm thinking about the quarterbacks, and maybe he is probably going to be top 4 or 5.
Brady Cook.
I'm not sold on him.
Okay.
Are you?
No, I think he's average.
Florida, I'm not sold on that guy. I mean, South Carolina, don't know who it's going to be.
No, not going to be Rattler because he'll be in the NFL.
Yeah, so not a very good quarterback league. I mean, not good. I mean, not great. You know, I don't think of SEC, but here's the thing. It's not about quarterback anyway. It's about defense in SEC. You want to win a championship, you got to have a great defense. That's got to be the strength of their team this year. We've talked about it before. They got to be great defensively if they want to compete for an SEC title and make the playoff. You got to be great defensively.
Nico Emilovic.
Yeah, Nico's a stud, and they paid for him a lot, and he's gonna pay dividends.
And their schedule is weak, and I have not seen the IMG player 7-7.
You know what's crazy is we did our top 12 the other day. Did anybody have Tennessee in their top 12?
No.
Which is wild because their schedule's weak.
And that's the reason if they're 9-3, they're probably not getting in because of that.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, I saw him. He's crazy, this basketball player, man.
It's unreal how big people are nowadays. It's crazy.
Do you like that Purdue player? Do you think he's great?
No, I don't think he's very good at all. He's big. Hey, Jay.
Me too. Missouri, man.
Hey, listen, yeah. Gray God. Listen, Gray God. I went to the Missouri game when OU played them with Chase Daniels, and it was very, very annoying. And I got spit on the bus, and I cannot wait to be at that game live and in person and see OU put a whipping on them. I don't think it's that hostile of an environment, personally.
Really?
I mean, the fans were awful, but...
What's more hostile?
It's Missouri, not going to be a scary place to play.
Is Missouri or Texas Tech more hostile of an environment?
Oh, I think Tech is, bar none.
Really?
Tech is not an easy place to play at night, a night game. Day game's a little bit different.
Yeah, I think that's anywhere you go, though. Anywhere.
It probably is. Probably is anywhere you go, Jay. Jay, oh, you already did a trivia, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Why? You got another one?
No, I don't. I do not have another one. Hey, so if you rank quarterbacks, Jackson Arnold's going to be top 5 in the SEC, Jay.
Well, it looks like it, probably. What about A&M? Any chance they're going to be?
I'm not big on the
Are you an
coach.
Elko guy? Do you like him? I don't. I don't think
I
he's going
like him. I don't think he's great.
I don't think it's a great fit.
He did a
Yeah.
couple of good things at Duke. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah. Jimmy, you missed the trivia, bro. Stop. What's the stop for, Gray God?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, XD Scott's talking about your beard, I think.
What about it?
There's no way that's not just for men.
It's not. Stop the A&M talk.
Oh. Yeah, I agree.
LSU senior night is going to be hostile.
This is a great question. What rank would Arnold be if he were still in the Big 12, if they're in the Big 12? Because you got the Arizona quarterback. He's really good.
Yeah.
Shadur Sanders, I don't like him, but he's in the Big 12 now.
I think Arnold would have been second.
Behind
the Arizona guy, maybe.
You got Utah, Cam Rising.
I don't care about Cam Rising.
You don't think he's good?
I think he's okay.
Hey, Bradley, I didn't hear this, but that would not shock me. Listen, A&M is scared. They don't want anyone part of Texas, okay? It would not shock me for them to put their tail between their legs and try to get out of the SEC. And Texas, same way. I mean, they don't like each other at all. They don't want to be in the same conference. But
yeah,
why would you leave the SEC and go to the Big Ten though? I mean, why wouldn't you just stay in the SEC? I mean,
yeah, money talks, Jay. Money talks. Who is our 5-star crystal ball? Jonah Williams.
Jonah Williams got crystal ball today from a Texas insider, 70%. So that's great news. Now, that doesn't mean he's committed, but it looks like things are trending in that way. And he's an unbelievable talent. He's a special talent, period. That's all you can say about it. He's special.
Hey, Cam Rising, dude. He's 28 or 29, right?
I saw something where he was recruited by Bob Stoops.
Yes.
That's how old he is. He signed the first year. I think Bob Stoops was still coaching.
How old is he though? Like actually, CW says 24. CW Long says 24.
I am not sure if he showed up again this week or not. I don't know the answer to that. I just know about the crystal ball that was put out for him. But he's an unbelievable player. If you can go watch his tape, go watch it. Not just football, baseball too. He's a legit two-sport guy. Can play both sports in pro. I think he's that good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely is. And anytime it's 5-star, is he and Casey Thompson the same class? No, I think Casey Thompson was a year or two after him, actually.
I think so too.
So I mean, it'd be interesting
for
someone to look that up.
He was committed to Riley when he was our OC, dude.
Unbelievable.
Golly, that's crazy.
I have Utah going to the playoffs. So
hey, did you sell some of your beard stuff to Lincoln Riley? Because he used to have last year. He had some gray hair, but then I saw him last week. He looked a little bit better. So
this is all natural, buddy.
You should totally shave it tomorrow.
I can't. I like it too much. Hey, before we get off here though, let's wrap up some things. The OU women had a great win. They're 9-1 in the Big 12. Jenny Baranchek's doing amazing things. Skylar Van was great. Hey, how great was it? Lexi Keys knocking down threes against her former OSU Cowgirl team. That's hilarious. I think Kelly Maxwell is going to do the same thing. OU men couldn't get it done. It was an abysmal showing. I've been very frustrated. I probably let out the frustration too much tonight, speaking out of emotion, but it's not good what's happening. And then, yeah, Jay, we did talk a lot of football. Jonah Williams, crystal ball from a Texas site. That tells you a lot. Lincoln Cure apparently was in Norman, Oklahoma, so hopefully there's good news on that. And Sooner fan says if fruit doesn't transfer to spring, you shave your beard. I'll make you that deal.
Ooh, that's a good one, Jeremy.
I'll make you that deal.
Hey, and then Mark, real quick, you are dead on. Bo Nix is not going to be a great NFL player. I don't see
He
it.
was a 5-star, though.
Do you think he will be, Jeremy?
I don't think he will be, but he was a 5-star.
Oh, I don't think he will be at all. But
He was a 5-star, though. I think it's funny that people want to compare Bo Nix to Dylan Gabriel. That's the funny people.
oh, why? Why? I don't think there's much difference.
Bo Nix was a 5-star.
But who's better between those two?
Bo Nix.
But I don't think there's a whole lot of difference in them.
Arm strength.
I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between those two quarterbacks.
He was a 5-star, Jay.
Other than arm strength.
That's a massive difference.
Why are you holding? You're like, what are you talking about?
You're insane. He was a 5-star. He's a better quarterback.
Not all 5-stars are better. That doesn't stop with the argument of 5-star. He's a 5-star. So is Spencer Rattler.
When I'm talking NFL, when I'm
Brett
talking
Bomar's
arm
a
strength,
5-star.
I know what the NFL looks like, Jay.
Do you? Oh, are you in the NFL?
Arm strength.
I agree, but he's not anywhere near Justin Herbert.
Guys, go look at Bo Nix out of high school. He's like the number 1 dual threat quarterback of his class. Number 1 dual threat. DG
That's
wasn't.
fine. Here's my thing. You got Dylan Gabriel. You got Bo Nix a little bit ahead of him. I don't think it's that big of a wide range.
I think we'll see next year.
I mean,
I think we'll see next year how good Bo Nix was.
Yeah. Dean Moore says Herbert was a 3-star. That's crazy.
Well, all I know is Herbert's got an elite arm.
Yeah.
Jay's trying to get me fired up right before I get off.
No, I was reading Mark's comment, man.
About DG.
So you can sleep good tonight thinking about DG. What's going to happen if DG and them he in the Heisman ceremony next year?
He's not going to be.
They'll make the playoff, though. Don't you think?
He might not be the quarterback, but they might. Hunter will root for Oregon over OU. So how about that, Hunter? Yeah, exactly, Mark. Oregon fans don't know what we know. Exactly.
Hey, is that why they went out and got the UCLA quarterback too?
Absolutely.
Do you think Dan Lanning knows? Do you think Dan Lanning knows?
We'll see, Jay.
We will. We'll find out.
I'm sorry. And before I get off there, I'm not going to go off again. But anyone who wants, look, I don't root for someone who could be, first off, Oregon in any way or shape or form. Am I ever going to root for the Oregon Ducks? And if you are, you're
wearing their colors tonight.
This is not Oregon.
Right now, most people on here, if they got on here and saw you, think you were an Oregon guy.
Wow.
Yeah, you are. Is there a Nike on that low shirt?
Mez.
Show me. Is there a Nike on there?
Yeah, it's a golf shirt, Jay. I like Tiger Woods.
So you're wearing a Nike golf shirt that is the Oregon colors, gray and the lime green or whatever it is.
Yep.
So
maybe they'll come recruit me. They went after DG. Look at Mez's comment. Bo Nix is 6'2", 213, okay? A little bit bigger.
I'm not talking about bigger. I'm not talking about bigger.
He's better, Jay. Jeez.
He is better.
And I agree, Mez. If any OU fans supports Oregon football, I question your fandom.
Are you saying like if you root for DG to win a few games or something? Is that what you're saying?
I don't want Oregon to win a single game next year.
I don't either. I want them to go 0-12, whatever it is.
Exactly. It's Oregon.
I'm with you.
I don't want Bama to win games either. Anyway, thanks for being on here tonight, everybody. Appreciate you. You guys are great, rocking the comments as always. Check out thefanstop.com. Use code SURGE, 10% off your first 3 months. Do that. Also, become a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. Please. Would love you to hop on board that. Hunter will drop it in the chat one last time. And do that. If you have questions about it, ousportsroundup@gmail.com. And but I can't end this yet because of Hunter. Sorry.
Listen, listen.
Hunter's an Oregon fan.
Real quick. Take what Hunter says with a grain of salt, okay? Because we know his love for DG, and probably got the I mean,
kids these days love Oregon because of the uniforms. That's it. I hate Oregon, not just because of 2006. I hate them because they're big time rivals in recruiting. I hate them because they're a threat to OU, so I don't like them.
Oregon fan, he said, "Get out of here, dude."
I didn't say he's an Oregon fan. You did, Jay. Anyway, thanks for being on here. Appreciate everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow night to have more fun, as always. Till next time, Boomer.
Sooner.